Good day, gentlemen. This is SwashbucklingSir here, and today we critique Growing Pains, a hardcore platformer with an interesting growth mechanic to it. Welcome to Growing Pains. We control this fluffy ball of fur and try to navigate from start to finish as fast as possible. The game is divided in segments in which you need to collect all glow sticks to progress. The unique twist, already implied in the game's name, is that your character continuously grows larger, thus you need to find a fine balance between growing to be quicker, but not too large so you can still fit through the exit. Let's talk about the graphics before we delve into more detail for Growing Pains gameplay. The psychedelic style is incredibly simple and does not distract too much when playing. The graphics can be described as functional, however, not as pretty as previous Games by Smudged Cat games, namely Adventures of Shuggy and Gateways. The audio falls in the same vein. The music is okay as background noise, but not that memorable. The effects, however, are very good, as they are easily distinguishable and thus give good feedback to the player. Overall, the graphical and sound design are functional, but not too impressive. Luckily, the gameplay is awesome. The fine balance of growing larger to gain speed in contrast with staying smaller for increased precision is very fun, once the initial adaptation to this unique system has been overcome. As with every hardcore platformer, Growing Pains thrives to induce frustration once in a while, to make the victory in the end that much sweeter. Growing Pains features 9 levels, each with 3 difficulties that change the number of glow sticks required, as well as the amount of deadly traps present. Those levels are a lot larger than your standard platform levels are, and usually require 2 to 3 minutes to complete on the easiest difficulty. Nonetheless, 21 levels, counting the difficulty changes, does not seem much. However, merely completing a level is not what Growing Pains is about. Growing Pains is heavily focused around the integrated online leaderboards and thus around competing with other players. This is incredibly fun, especially since there also is an integrated replay system that allows you to copy good strategies or just admire other players' skill. Once you reach the point where the only aim is to flawlessly improve your time, Growing Pains can get rather frustrating. Mistakes in the later parts of the rather long levels can destroy a perfect first half. Compared to Super Meat Boy or even the late 10-Second Ninja, which had significantly shorter levels, Growing Pains is less beginner-friendly. Additionally, the growth mechanic leads to dramatic changes in momentum and thus requires a lot of getting used to. Moreover, I do have some minor gripes here and there. Firstly, the mechanic that allows you to jump higher requires you to wait a certain amount of time after landing so your ball of fur can squeeze together just feels odd, and often led to me jumping into traps because I pressed jump a millisecond too late. I personally would prefer a button holding mechanic similarly to classical platformer games. Secondly, when using the zoomed out camera option, the switches between the rooms are sometimes weird due to some significant size changes and can easily lead to you losing sight of your very own character. I'd like to see a zoomed out camera option where your ball of fur is always centered. Speaking of the fuzzy character, due to it being very abstract, it is rather hard to tell at which precise point it sticks to the wall, even though a ring indicator is shown on top of the wall. To sum it all up, Growing Pains is a unique and very interesting score attack focused platformer that offers a lot of fun once the initial hurdles have been overcome. Growing Pains thus manages to achieve the SwashbucklingSir acclaim badge. If you enjoy competitive games like 10-Second Ninja or Spelunky, check out Growing Pains, it's out now on Steam. And now, please excuse me, it came to my attention that someone kicked me off my well-deserved #1 spot. Therefore, I'll have to show them who has the biggest electronic penis. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. please consider subscribing and dropping a like to support my channel. Have a great day. Goodbye.